Hey guys, how's it going? In today's video, we are going to be talking all about storage in the Audi R8, including having a look at a really neat Audi accessory for storage that I haven't seen demonstrated anywhere on YouTube. So let's go ahead and dive on in. The obvious place to start this video is in the R8's front trunk, or frunk, if you will. To pop the hood, you just take your key fob and press the button, and it'll electronically release the hood. Also, there's obviously a button in the interior you can press as well. We're gonna put our hand under here, pull the lever, and open it on up. Having a look inside, it's pretty deep, but there's not a ton of room in here. The front trunk in the 911 is actually a bit bigger. Down here we have our tire repair kit, and we also have a false floor. I'm assuming some kind of tools would go in here, but I'm not really sure what was originally meant to go in here, since, you know, there's nothing in there now. But we could stuff a few tools or whatever under there if we wanted to. Also, you'll notice we have these little side pockets with netting on either side. And you can push these little bungees down if you want to lay something flat across here. Then pull them back up if you want to rest something in there. You also have this one right here, which I'm not really sure what would fit here other than like your pair of Ray-Bans. But same deal here. Pop that down or pop it back up. Now, to give you an idea of what'll fit up here, it's got plenty of room for a weekend trip. I have a fairly standard size backpack right here that we're going to drop in. And it'll fit like that and close without any problems. Or you just turn it on its side. Even with the tire repair kit down there, there's still plenty of room right here. And to give you another idea, I'm going to push these down. And I have a pretty good sized duffel bag here. Let me back up so you can see that. For us, we might put our clothes in something like this, so we're not too worried about compressing it. But I'll show you that closes without any kind of drama here. So, not the biggest front trunk, but it's not useless either. Plenty of room for your regular weekend getaway. Moving along to the interior, we obviously have some little door pockets on either side. Not much room in there, but enough to stick a phone or a cord or, you know, maybe a small water bottle. Stepping in, let's have a look at the glove box. Also not huge, but big enough for the owner's manual, some sunglasses, charging cords, documents, you know, whatever. There's not... the floor kind of ends here, and then it slants up from here to here, so you can't really, you know, expect to fit something long that's got any height to it in here, because as you can see, the way it hinges up. But that's the glove box. Right here in the center console, a little bit of storage, but mainly meant for your phone. Obviously, this is a wireless charger, and you have a little 12-volt outlet here. And I keep my sunglasses right here. There's a nice little spot on the side that just works well for them, so I always know where they are at. There you go. The last spot you'll find storage on the R8 is behind the driver and passenger seats. When we pull the seat forward here, you can see a very nice shelf with a pretty good amount of room here. And there is a little bit of room behind the seats, not really much. You could probably stuff a laptop if it was out of the bag back there. But that'll be depending upon how far forward or back you have your seat. You also have a little hanger right here if you want to hang something in the back. And there's also a hanger right here. Now, I have been told you can fit a set of golf clubs back here if you remove the drivers and place them in separately. I can't afford to have an R8 and golf, so I cannot confirm or deny this. Last but not least, I'm going to tell you about that neat little Audi storage accessory that I mentioned earlier. When we're in the back here, you'll notice the shelf has these little pegs here. There's 2 there, 2 behind the passenger, 1 up by the passenger headrest, and then a 6th one behind the driver headrest. So those actually correspond to this nifty little accessory. I am not sure if this comes with every R8 or if it was ordered separately as an accessory, as I didn't spec this Audi. The buyer that backed out spec'd it. But what you'll notice here is it has the other end of that little peg. You simply pull back on this little cap here. There's a spring in there, and that relieves tension on those 3 little metal prongs to grasp the head of the little ball on the peg here. So let's go ahead and install that and see what it does. As you can see, with this fabric panel installed, now we can put cargo back here on top of the shelf without it having it come out and hit the driver while you're driving or falling behind the seats. Really cleverly designed. If you'll notice when I move this down, this bottom flap, what that does is your cargo rests on top of it and prevents it from coming out the bottom. Instead of sliding out, it's going to be sitting on top of this cargo piece, thanks to these connections right here on either side. And it's going to keep everything secure in a way that it wouldn't if this was just a net or a piece of fabric running from 4 points. So very, very smart and clever design there. Also, you can adjust the straps here to introduce more slack into this part. Just pull up on the hook and loop and obviously put some slack in the strap. And then put the hook and loop back on and do that on either side, and you'll have more or less slack, put larger items. Just to give you an idea here, I'm going to throw my GoPro bag in the back. And there you have it. That's not going anywhere. Also, you'll note there's some zippered pouches on either side with plenty of room to stick smaller items. Well guys, that sums up the overview of storage and cargo in the R8. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you enjoyed the video, like it. That helps me out. And consider subscribing if you enjoy this type of content. Thanks so much guys for watching. Have a great day.